Guys and gals.
Hey. Hey y'all. Welcome to Facts Only.
How you doing?
How you?
Hey guys, welcome.
Welcome. You know it's 7:30-ish.
Ish. ISH.
And you're where you're supposed to be, watching Facts Only with,
Hey.
Chelsea, Nicole, and Paris the Heiress. Last week we were
Monday.
not last week.
You
Monday.
always say
I always do that.
week.
I always do that. Like y'all been away from me that long. It feels that way.
You know we can't stay away.
I missed you. So Monday we were talking about the music industry, all the crazy stuff going on in the music industry, all the trash music,
all the people beefing with themselves. Hey Remy.
Why you had to go for Remy like that?
Beefing with themselves, sitting here talking to yourself, you looking crazy.
Oh no. We were also talking about how they have such a large platform to kind of talk to the people and, give them a better message than what they are giving them with their trash music. And something needs to change about that.
It really does.
We talked about Nicki Minaj possibly doing a gospel song. Sounds crazy. But, hey. She loved Jesus too, and Jesus loved her,
Very true.
Because he first loved us. Yeah,
he
all
did.
Of that.
All of that.
Excited to see how that turns out. They probably might just dead the entire situation.
But then maybe they won't, and we get to hear the track.
We'll see.
We'll see about
that. We'll see about that.
That'll be a new episode.
9 times out of 10, somebody's going to hell behind it. But, won't be me. So, we've got a serious topic for y'all tonight.
Extremely.
Shout outs to my coworker Deja. She actually hit me up and told me this would be a very good idea to do.
Hey, what up, Deja?
Hey, Deja,
hey,
girl.
How you doing, Deja? Hey, girl.
So, I don't know if any of you are aware, but kind of like going off of the music talk that we were talking about on Monday, there is actually a song by an artist named Logic that's out right now. It's kind of popular. He performed it at the VMAs.
Yes.
With a lot of suicide survivors. And the title of the song is actually the Suicide Prevention Hotline number. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Hallelujah, Jesus. And it's a very deep song.
Very touching,
very
and
dark. Right. Very emotional. Just somebody expressing the fact that they don't want to be alive and kind of going through that entire thing. I don't know if anybody's seen the music video. You can obviously watch that on YouTube and stuff like that.
We'll put a link for the video in the description.
I could do that.
Right there.
I can definitely.
Is it right there?
I don't know
think it would be? Like, we should go. When we rewatch this, we're going to see.
We'll see where it would actually
be. We have
be.
the link for you right over there.
The link gonna be somewhere, right? Y'all can click it or whatever. Y'all know how to get to links or Google.
Yeah, don't act funny. Don't act funny.
But yeah. So tonight's episode is entitled "Get Your Mind Right," and it's about mental health issues. All types of mental health issues. We're all going through stuff, and people get stressed out, and it's easy to do that. The world we're living in now is bonkers. Bless you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. But for some people, the stress in their lives are more difficult than for others. How they handle it is a little bit different for others. Some people get extremely overwhelmed. There's anxiety, there's depression, there's bipolar disorder, there's schizophrenia, there's a lot of things.
And these are actual true disorders, imbalances of the chemicals in your brain. So a lot of the time people think that there's like personally something wrong with them. And it's like, something is wrong. But it's like, it's not wrong with you. It's the chemicals. Like,
the fact that it's okay for something to be wrong with you.
It is.
Nobody's perfect.
No.
So when something's wrong with you, please understand that you're not alone. You're not the only one who feels a certain way. Hey, Deja, thank you for joining. Of course, we're talking about your topic.
Hey, we shouted you out, girl.
Yep,
hey, girl.
Hey, Deja, girl.
Feel free to rewind and go on Mixcloud.
We got you. But yeah, mental health issues are serious, and a lot of people are turning to suicide and self-harming and things of that nature because they feel like they're alone and they have to get that release. A lot of people feel like the world would be a better place if they're not in it. I want you to realize and understand it's a little I don't want to sound mean.
This is coming from a place of love.
It is.
A lot of the times people give you correction. You feel like it's like, oh, why are you hating on me? No, people are not hating. We trying to.
I'm not being hateful. I'm not being hateful. I'm not being mean. I promise. But for you to feel like the world would be a better place without you in it, it's a little selfish. Just a little selfish.
It's a lot of selfish.
And it's a lot.
It's a lot of selfish.
Like, and I don't want to. How do you say it? I don't want to say like don't flatter yourself, but really don't flatter yourself. Like, there's so much going on in this world that you don't affect and that you do affect. So it's like, for you to feel like, oh, the world would be a better place if I'm not in it, you're being a little overly dramatic.
Chelsea.
Just a little bit, though. Like, I feel like we should be allowed to say that.
Hunger would stop if it wasn't for me being here. Relax.
Calm down.
Relax.
Like, really, take a breather. Take a breather and understand that there is something wrong with everybody. Nobody is perfect.
No.
Everybody is going through something. And just because you're overwhelmed in this moment does not mean that you can't come through it. Like, things can't change. Things change every day.
Every single day.
It's the most consistent thing about life is that it changes every day.
That's the one thing you can always look forward to is change. So, like, don't be stuck in a rut.
Don't be scared of the change either. Like,
you be like, oh, you ever heard that thing? It hurts more to hold on than to let go.
Ooh, child, it sure do.
If you dealing with a man and he ain't giving you nothing but problems, let go.
Let it go.
You dealing with a woman, she ain't giving you nothing but problems. Every time you got to be looking through her phone,
causing mental health issues.
You need to let it go.
Let it go, boo.
You with your family member that's always taking money from you, talking about, oh, I'm gonna pay you back next week, and next week never come, and you over there got your own bills that you needed to be paying, and you over there not paying them because you gotta be. Let them go. Like,
stress.
Sometimes, like, you gotta realize, like, you gotta cut people away from you to better yourself.
You do.
And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's not you being selfish. That's you doing what you
protecting
need to
yourself.
Do for yourself.
Protecting your mental health. Because who gonna look out for you like you? Jesus.
Besides Jesus.
Who gonna look out for you like you?
And that's another thing. Like, a lot of people in the church will tell people who have mental health issues or who are going through things, oh, pray it out. Pray. Jesus got it. Pray. For people who have serious mental health issues, prayer, I'm not saying that
prayer is a tool. Use it as a tool.
It'll get the resources that you need. Prayer will bring what it is that you need. So them doctors that you're telling them not to go to are the same doctors that they're praying for. That help that they're praying for, that's what the doctors are doing.
Let me tell you. Jesus made the doctor. Hello.
What do you think?
Jesus made the therapist.
There's a reason. All of these people are in place for a reason. They're a part of your journey for a reason. You can't just expect, like, you don't pray for something and then when, there are options given to you from your prayers, you're told to, cast them away because, oh, you don't need a therapist. You just need to talk to God. No, God is sending the therapist that I asked for.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
That's
God is sending this person into my life with this whatever medication that I need to help me.
Or whatever talk it is we need to talk about.
Counseling, therapy, all of that. And please stop telling Black people that therapy and counseling is for white people. Please stop doing that. Because y'all some of the craziest ones too.
Like, that's not and people be like, oh, you talk white. No. Or, I'm sorry, am I talking like I'm educated? Things are not Black or they're white. They're the right things to do. What educated people do. Like, if you're hearing people talking to you, there's nobody around, you need to go speak to a therapist.
Right. There's voices in your head.
You need to figure that out.
Not even to make a joke of that. There are people who really hear voices.
Seriously.
You need to be seen.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that happen. Like, I live in what people would consider the hood. And, like, I look around at a lot of people and I'm like, you need to go to the village and get some services because something's not right. Like, you need to gather that.
Get it together.
You need to somebody needs to get you on the shoulder and be like, you need to see somebody. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Telling somebody they need to see somebody and going to work through your problems. Like, life isn't supposed to be hard. Like, I genuinely don't believe that. Life isn't supposed to be sad and like depressed and horrible and all
bad
these
things happen to good
things.
people. That's very true if you would be better people. But
like,
I mean, that's not for the mental health people. I'm sorry. We're kind of getting off track. Yeah. But bad things happen to all of us. It's just how you deal with it that makes for a better or worse outcome.
And then people be like, oh, I'm depressed. No, you're not depressed. You're sad. Like, being depressed and being sad are like two different things.
You really need to stop saying how depressed you are when you're not depressed. There are people out here with real depression who cannot get out of bed, who don't
bathe, they don't wash their hair, they don't want
to function at all.
Exactly. Like, that's like depressed. Like, I'm depressed. Like, if you was depressed, I don't even know if you would be watching this right now, because you would probably be like under the covers, depressed.
You wouldn't be able to tune in. You wouldn't be able to talk to your friends. You disappear. Like, people would call you, you'd be unavailable, you don't want to go outside, you don't want to look at yourself in the mirror. Like, depression, things like anxiety, stuff like that is serious. And
don't be calling things down on yourself.
Please stop doing that.
Stop.
Please stop doing that. There's people out here who are going through some things. Some things. And it's important that y'all have, or you use the resources that are available to you.
Yes.
So I really appreciate the fact that Logic did the song and named the song the Suicide Hotline's phone number, because you could never get it confused. Like, you could never not have that number. Like,
they're playing it everywhere.
It's there. Like, the resources are there. Like, there are people who are ready 24/7, ready. You feel like you don't want to live no more. You feel like you don't want to wake up. What? Tell that to somebody.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody. Like, y'all are on your phones all the time.
All the time.
Getting all of this bad information from social media, from people who don't understand what you're going through. There are people who are trained to help you. There are people who are trained to make sure that you hear what you need to hear to get you back into a better place and function and be all right. Like, a lot of people feel like people don't care about them, or that nobody in the world cares about them. And then they think if they were gone, everybody would be happier, but they don't realize when they're gone, there's going to be a bunch of people who are sad. Who are you to take yourself away from the people who care about you? Like, do not play God.
No.
Do not play God. I feel like a lot of people, like, a sin is a sin, of course, but I feel like suicide is that type of sin that hurts God's feelings on some whole nother stuff. Because he could take you through stuff and you're like, you think that the things that are happening in this world are so much bigger than him that you have to take yourself out of this world. Like, God, why did you even bring me in here? This is crazy. I'm not worth anything. You killed your son to save me for what reason? And I'm not worth saving, and you kill yourself? Like, that hurts his feelings. Why would you want to hurt God's feelings? Of all the feelings to hurt.
The
nerve of you. No, but seriously, like, not to make light of situations, but you really have to take things into consideration. Like, you have to think things through. Like, tough times do not last. They really don't. They really don't. And I know a lot of people, they're like, I mean, it's just hard. It's just hard. It's hard to be. Oh, real talk. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for, tuning in. We're talking about mental health. Getting your mind right is the name of the episode. And I just feel like we need to be more mindful of what's going on around us. Be mindful of the people around y'all. A lot of people act like they're okay and they're not really okay. And we have to take care of each other. We have to be willing to listen to each other. We have to be willing to go that extra mile to make sure the next person is okay, because what you can handle with ease, the next person might have a hard time. They might be struggling with. So on that note, we actually have a Dear Chelsea. And I want y'all to give me opinions. Like, what would you say if you heard your friends say this, or what have you? Friend, family member, loved one, whatever the case may be. Because I know I don't know the statistics, but there are a good amount of people who have some sort of mental health issue. And if you ever feel like you're overwhelmed or you need somebody to talk to, you need to reach out, because your life is worth living. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be here. Like, seriously, it really is just that simple. Like, you're here for a purpose. Everybody is here for a purpose. And whether you see the purpose now or not, it's not really up to you, because God's understanding is different from our understanding. So lean not on your own understanding, because half the time we don't know what the hell we talking about anyway. So with that, I'm gonna go into, well, Paris the Air is gonna go into my Dear Chelsea for me, and we'll get right into that.
I had to log in, sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
It says, Dear Chelsea.
That's me. Hey.
Why am I here? I ask myself this every night. There's nothing fantastic about me. If something were to happen to me, I don't think anyone would notice. I wear a smile on my face that seems to fool everyone around me, but they don't know I'm really hurting inside. How can you sit up there every day so happy? Are you genuinely happy, or is everyone fake smiling like me?
You're fake smiling. I hate when people fake smile. Not even like... All right, here's why. All right. So
that is so sad.
It is. That's really sad. So for my dear Chelsea, you're here again for a reason. Everybody's here for a reason. There's something very spectacular about you, actually, which is why you're here. God doesn't do anything for no reason. He definitely doesn't just bring more and more people into this world for no reason. So I want you to understand that you're here for a reason. And the reason why I get up here and I smile is because I've been through some things in my life, and I'm still here, and I'm okay. My health is, besides the diabetes, I'm like that diabetes. Besides that, I mean, I'm in pretty good shape. I have a family that loves me. I have friends who love me. I have, like a job that provides me with funds to pay for things, because, they charge us for everything in this world. So I look at the bigger scheme, or the bigger picture, because if I focus so much on what's wrong with me or what's gone wrong in my life and kind of got on this woe is me type of thing, I would feel the same way. So I'm not saying you're wrong. Well, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong for feeling that way. I'm gonna tell you you're wrong for feeling that way.
Please, if she wasn't gonna tell you, I was gonna.
Right? No. I was gonna tell you now.
You're wrong.
You're wrong for feeling that way, and it's because, again, your purpose is bigger than whatever you're going through. First of all, and God never puts you through anything that you can't handle. You may not think you can handle it, but by the time it's over with and you've actually handled it, you're like, wow, that was me.
Look at me.
Look at
going
me.
Through shit.
Going through stuff, like
working it out. Like, look at me.
Nobody ever wants to get to the ending point. Like, they get to the middle of the storm and things are rocking and raving. Like, come on. You have to get through it. That's the point. Like, you have to get through it. You don't stay in it. And also, with that being said, I also want to make sure everybody's praying and doing all that they can for the folks out in Texas. Pray for Houston. Hurricane Harvey is detrimental right now. It's absolutely terrible what's going on. But that's just the world that we're living in. And there are people there who are still keeping a smile on, still trying to stay positive because they're alive and they can actually still wake up and try, at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why give up? Why?
Just a little plug. In about a week, visit your local Denny's. We will be setting up a drive for the Hurricane Harvey. I don't want to say, what is the
They are victims.
Is it victims? I don't want to call them victims.
We don't think you're victims. You're survivors, okay?
The Hurricane Harvey survivor. I like that. Yes.
You're not a victim. And that's like another thing. Like, I've been through so much where people would call me a victim or consider me to be a victim. I'm nobody's victim.
No.
Nobody's victim.
I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. We're making. I'm a survivor. Keep on surviving.
Yeah, all of that, pretty much. Like, you have to, whatever you have to do to get yourself in the mindset to know that you are stronger than everything that you're going through will get you through so much.
It will.
Prayer does help too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes you need to ask God for that joy, because there's a lot of people that you go to and you ask for help or you ask for advice, things like that, and they're no help.
Watch who you seek counsel from. A lot of the times I'll be asking people for stuff and like it affects them in some way, so it curbs how they would answer you or how they would support you. Or a lot of the times people don't support you because they're not doing it themselves, so they try to discourage you from doing it.
Always.
We tell y'all all the time, watch the people you keep around you.
These are facts.
Go to somebody and be like, yo, I'm about to start a business. And that person's like, oh damn, how you gonna start a business? You ain't just do that. Bitch, what? Why would you just
Why would you
like
just
that?
do that? Why are you raining on somebody's
like
parade? Why would
if somebody comes to you and they're like, yo, I want to go to school, like, word, like, what's your plan? Give them help, give them like, be like, oh, so I'm about to do this, I'm about to do word, like, what can I do to help you out? Like, you know, feel me? Like, what can I do for you? Like, feel me? That way, you know, it, one, holds them accountable, and two, it makes it feels like there's somebody in their corner. Because a lot of times when people want to commit suicide and stuff like that, it's because they feel like there's nobody in their corner, nobody there to help them out, nobody to do stuff. A lot of the times, even like we're doing this, we found out it's like people that we don't even know, like mad strangers, that be like supporting us the most, which is crazy. And it's like the people around us, like, mad people for it, but it's like not a knock to them, but it's like, you gotta watch the people you keep around you. Like,
always.
A lot of times it's like, you know, prayer is good. So that way you talk a lot of times. I like prayer. I like to do it in the mirror. It's like a way for me to like talk to God and talk to myself. And it's like a lot of the time I talk to myself, and that's how I get myself through it. I be like, yo, bitch, you got to keep this shit together. Like, you at work. Like, you know, you got to chill. Like, you know, like, right, look at that. Just, get this. And, like, you got to keep yourself in
whatever you have
like,
to do.
You got to, like, mentally, like, check yourself. A lot of the geniuses, they say, talk to their self. So I be, like, getting us together. Like, we need
Let
to
me gather all of my thoughts
all
of them. I know
do a freeze
it's
frame
hard,
like that.
Right? It is.
It always freezes us in the craziest
faces we are making, but that's just what it is. And I have a verse for y'all. Y'all know how I do. Psalms 119.
119.
Verse 143.
What's the version?
This version is the New Living Translation.
Okay. I like the New Living.
I like the New Living. I like the New Living Translation. So it says, as pressure and stress bear down on me, I find joy in your commands. Plain and simple.
It don't get no simpler than that.
God is not, and one of the things he says is, don't stress, don't worry, I got this. So if pressure and stress bear down on you, find joy in his command that you don't have to stress and you don't have to worry, because he's got it down packed for you.
All right.
He's going to set you up with that therapist that you need. He's going to set you up with that counselor that you need. He's going to set you up with the proper medication. If you don't like how the medication makes you feel, you voice that to your physician so that they can make the necessary changes. A lot of people don't like how the medicine makes them feel and they decide not to take it, and that's not the way to go. You need the medicine. I understand they're out here trying to dope people up, and that's true. The pharmaceutical companies,
they're crazy. Because a lot of the times you got to think about it. If everybody was healthy, they wouldn't make any money.
They wouldn't make any money. So y'all have to continuously be sick for them to make any money. And you know they want y'all to be sick because they want that money. Period. Do not call these sicknesses down on yourselves to be doped up
depressed. Be all up on Facebook. I'm so depressed. My goldfish. And then 3 days later, you done bought a new goldfish talking about you depressed. Depressed me.
Oh, no. Well, then. No, but honestly, please take mental health more seriously, first of all. Like, you cannot say every time that something upsets you that you're depressed. You can't say that anytime you're a little nervous, you're anxious or you have anxiety. You're having an anxiety
attack. Because that takes
attack.
away from the people who actually do be having it. And then they be looking at people with it like, okay, I knew this girl named Sue. She was anxious too. Like, okay. Like,
seriously. Like, you take away from people who really need the help, one, and you're fine.
Yeah, like,
that's so unfair. Like, for you to be that much of an attention hoarder. I'm not going to call you an attention whore. I'm going to call you an attention hoarder. You want all the attention.
Hoarder?
Hoarder. Just
somebody who hoards attention.
All the attention.
I've never heard that phrase.
I want it.
Attention hoarder. Give me all the attention.
Give it all to me, and I'm going to keep it right here. Like, for what? Like...
Stop being crazy.
Right. No, seriously. Stop being crazy. You guys really do, again, in the African American community, a lot of men don't seek counsel.
That's a problem.
It's a problem because some of y'all are really angry and y'all have a lot of underlying issues that y'all went through as children and this and the third, and you've never spoken to anybody about it. There are young African American men who have been sexually molested by family members, male family members, coaches, pastors, cousins, whatever the case may be. They grow up to be crazy. Okay, let me stop. Right. My bad. I will correct myself. I don't want to call y'all crazy. A lot of them develop a mental health issue or a behavioral health issue because of the things that they went through in their past and the fact that they've never resolved that issue. They've never fixed it. They've never talked to anybody about it. It's just weighing on their soul, and that's why they lash out. They don't know how to act. They're in manic states. They're in depressed states. Like that bipolar. And
they don't even know. And that's the worst part.
They don't even know that that's the reason. You have something on your chest. That's why I don't hold much in anymore. Sometimes I do because I need to think it through and just see if I'm being extra, if I really need to just calm down or if it's really that serious.
But like, people need to know how to do that. People need to know that, and that's why you go and you seek counseling and you see a therapist. You have someone who's, because a lot of people aren't able to identify it like you're able to identify it. Like you know, I'm sad. Like, why are you upset? And I say that to myself, like, yo, why are you really mad? Like, if you were to sit here and write it out, why are you really mad? And what happened? A lot of people can't do that. And that's why you need to be able to go and speak to someone so someone's able to give you that, again, another tool, a tool used to make yourself better. We talk about this all the time. What we can do to help you make things better. Exactly. And if you're the kind of person who you're just very angry for no reason, like, since I know a lot of people, like, I've known them since they were younger, and they're just angry, just always angry for no reason, just walking around with a scowl on their face and like
chip on your shoulder.
And it's like there's no need for that. Like, it's not necessary. Like, clearly all of that comes from somewhere.
It does.
And it's like you need to figure out where that somewhere is from so you can not let it go, but like deal with it, because like it's not going anywhere. Like,
obviously
nothing you're currently doing now is changing it. Right. So clearly you need to do something else. Like you need to figure out what's going to work, because what you're doing is not working. Like, there's no need to walk around angry. No need. Like, there really isn't.
There really isn't at all. Matthew 6, verse 34. Again, the New Living Translation. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Today's trouble is enough for today. Seriously. A lot of y'all are anxious about what's going to happen tomorrow, Tuesday, the next week after that, the month after that, how I'm going to pay my bills in 3 years. Like, y'all really need to chill. Please chill. Look how the Bible says chill. Like, the Bible tells you to chill. Like, just chill. Pray about it. Get on your once you give something to God, stop trying to take it back from him. Once you give something to him to fix, to heal, whatever the case may be, stop trying to take it back from him. Because then you're playing with him. Like, do you want me to fix this or not? Like, you want me to have your back or not? Like, give it to him and let it go. Like, no, something is going to change. It might not change exactly when you expect it to. He gives you yes, no, or maybe answers for everything.
And yes, a lot of time no, you
yes,
need to work
no,
a little
wait.
harder.
Yes, no, wait. I'm sorry. It's not yes, no, maybe. It's yes, no, wait. A lot of times, he's saying wait. He'll let you have what it is that you want as long as it lines up to what his will is for your life. But sometimes you have to wait. You have to be patient. You can't be anxious or worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. Worry about what's going on today and how you're going to work to get to what it is that you want. You cannot stress these things. Stress will kill you. It does. I've seen it. It kills people. Like, being stressed out kills people. Y'all need to chill. That's coming from a place of love. Like, y'all think I want y'all to be dropping down dead from stress? Really? You can't die doing something cool. You want to die from stress? Whack. It's just whack on your part. Okay, just saying. You had something to say? Cutting you off or whatever. I'm so sorry. No. All right. So we got another one. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. Give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares about you. So for all those people who say they feel like nobody cares about you, God cares about you. God cares about you. He really does. And he sends people into your life to show you that all the time. He does things in your life all the time. If you really think about it, you just kind of put two and two together or whatever and kind of line it up and match it up. That's him. He got you.
You had lights this morning? You didn't wake up and it was a big flood in your house?
Did you see that grandma getting jet skied out of her house in Houston? They on jet skis just to get out the house.
I saw this like an old folks home, and
All
it was like flooded,
yeah.
and it was just sitting in there chilling, like, because there was nowhere to go. Oh my God, did you hear about the baby, the 3-year-old baby, and she was clinging on to her mom's dead body?
I did not hear about that.
How?
I did not hear about that.
And that's how she survived, clinging on to her mom's dead body.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Pray for Houston, y'all. Stuff is crazy going on down here.
And that didn't happen to you. You woke up in your bed and complained about that your bed was hard, not knowing that somebody else praying for a bed. You walked over and flicked on your lights and complained about it being too bright, not knowing that somebody else was praying for lights. You walked to go brush your teeth while somebody else was homeless on the street wishing they had.
Still ain't got clean water like they live in a third world.
Still ain't got clean water. You over here brushing your teeth and you got clean water and you over here like, I don't know. I wish sometimes that I could just like shake people and just not
shaking baby syndrome.
Like, I really want to shake people, especially people that I know for I know for a fact. Like, and they're like, and I'm just like, yeah. Do you not realize how immensely like blessed in everything that you are? Like, a lot of times I feel like people really need to seek out and talk. And I can't express that enough. You really need to talk to somebody, because always holding that in is just terrible and disgusting.
So if you want to talk to me, like, talk to me, because I talk all the time. I understand pretty much everything you're going through, whether you think I do or not. I pretty much got it together. So, personal experience. I was going through stuff in my life a couple years ago, maybe 1-2 years ago ish. And when I would try to like talk to my family about it, they thought I was being manic. They actually came out and said, "We think you're bipolar." Girl. Side eye to you, mommy.
No, why would you put mommy out there like
Side
that?
eye to you, Angie. I know you watching. No, I'm playing. But no, seriously, like my aunt had to talk to me. My cousins, my aunt and my cousin, they're both nurses. Both of them talked to me, and mental health is okay to talk to them. I go, y'all really think there's something wrong with me mentally? Me of all the people, like. Okay, so I actually went to go see like a counselor. I actually went and spoke with somebody because they kept offering, so I went.
Might as well take.
Might as well. You gotta
talk. You wanna listen?
I could talk for days and not care, not even skip a beat. Like it's fine. So I went to go talk to him. And I actually only had to go to 2 sessions. Like, first session, just talking about my life and, like...
Regular smuggler
stuff. Then second session talked about, like, what I went through, like, growing up, having both my parents, feeling like my dad didn't really like me that much. Shout out to my dad.
Hey, Dad.
He loved me, though. He do. Like, just being that older sibling. Being a teenage girl, not really knowing which way you wanted to go. Did you want to... I didn't know what I wanted, honestly. I wanted everything and nothing all at the same time. So I was just doing crazy stuff and not caring and felt like I knew everything. That's why me and my dad didn't get along too much, because he would try to tell me stuff, but I just didn't like his approach. So I just
know way better.
What do you mean? Why would you talk to me like that? And then just being a teenage
girl.
Teenage girls are so annoying. But I was all the teenage girl that was needed in that house. So my sisters did not follow in my footsteps at all. Like, I was the wild child for everybody. So, like, I was like that example child. Don't do what Chelsea just did. Do not say what Chelsea just said. Like, stuff like that. I've always been that person. So I was talking to the guy and he was like, honestly, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with you. I feel like you're very self-aware. I feel like you know how you feel and why you feel that way. And you're very good at voicing that. I didn't need somebody to tell me that, but my family needed somebody to tell me that so I could come back and tell them that somebody told me that I was fine. And that just gave them their peace of mind. Don't nobody talk to me about being manic or being bipolar or anything like that. And I mean, I've made a lot of different changes in my life. Sorry for still playing with my hair, even though it's back.
I was about to say something, but
can't help it. It be bothering me or whatever. But no, seriously, I just like, just because I'm going through something does not mean my life should end. And actually, when I was younger, I used to say some dumb shit. Sorry for cursing. I used to say some dumb stuff like that too. Like, yo, I feel like if I just left, nobody would care. I feel like if I wasn't here, my father would be more happier and everybody would be happier because I'm the annoying one and I ruin everything for everybody. So I just shouldn't be here. And it's not true, because the life of the party, man.
Look at you out here living this shit.
Just living like, because can't nobody do it like me. Can't nobody be you. You're here to be you. Be on this earth being yourself. Like,
nobody can do that.
Nobody.
They could try to imitate, but they can never duplicate.
Never.
Can nobody be you.
Never. You're here to be you. Embrace that. Love that. Love.
Soak it
self-love. Like, why we always gotta talk about self-love? It starts with you.
It does.
Starts with you. You have to love yourself enough to know.
Nobody love you like you do.
Seriously.
They can't.
They cannot. They cannot. Proverbs 12, verse 25. Worry weighs a person down. An encouraging word cheers a person up. I got y'all with the encouraging word.
We got you.
Be you. You're supposed to be you. Whether you're anxious, whether you're depressed, whether you're bipolar, whether you're schizophrenic, whatever the case may be, all of these labels that they try to put you on. You are a person. You feel how you feel because you feel it how you feel.
Your test will turn into your testimony.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
Because of what Chelsea went through. Now you're going through your stuff. You able to hit up Chelsea, and now Chelsea able to help you get through.
I got you.
Like, you're
not alone. A lot of people feel like they're alone, like they're the only person. How could you, out of all these millions and billions of people, be the only person going through that? How?
y'all be seeing these memes. Sometimes I be feeling like somebody is like watching me through my door. I'm like, yo, I relate to this meme so hard right now. Like,
because
how do these meme people be knowing? And it's like, you're not the only one.
You're not.
I be like, Casey, that means that I'm not crazy.
Right.
Because if other people do the same stuff, then it's not me. It's you. Like, I'm not crazy.
Exactly.
They be like, you're crazy.
Yeah. You're crazy though. Shout outs to Casey.
Hi, Casey.
Oh my God. Did anyone see it and write in? Oh, Auntie Michelle, you think you funny?
What's your name?
Did anybody see it and write in that the guy told me that I wasn't crazy? She's shady.
Auntie Michelle.
You
really? Need to cut it.
Why you gotta play me? Like, hey, Deja girl.
Hey.
Like, I don't understand why y'all had to try and play me like I'm crazy. The man told me I'm not.
Michelle is a fool.
Like, I cannot. But
I can hear Brooke saying that too.
Michelle is a fool. Like, she is trying to play me. No, but honestly, what you're going through is not. It's not the worst.
It's not.
Might be the worst thing that's ever happened in your life right now.
Very true. You could get, you should get a diary.
You'll get through it.
So, back to your dear Chelsea. Yeah. What is your advice? Like, you got to do like a 2-minute advice because you just gave her like mad advice. So, give her like your. So, Chelsea's smile is not fake. She got a nice life. I'm her friend.
It's not even that. It's like, I'm smiling
everybody
because
that's my
I
friend
should.
is happy. Like, hello.
Get you some better friends? No.
Get you some better friends.
There is something outstanding about you. I'm going to keep you anonymous, of course. But there's something outstanding about you. You have to find it for yourself. You
have to feel like you're outstanding.
Right, because we can't just tell you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who you would tell stuff to. They can't take a compliment. They don't believe it. Stuff like that. Shout outs Mahogany. You out there.
This girl at my job,
Adrian.
I said to her, I was like, oh, you look really nice today. This bitch goes, I don't look nice every day. I wanted to say, bitch, no. But like, I gave you a compliment. You say thank you, and you keep it moving.
That's exactly
She's like, I don't look nice every day. No, you don't. Now that you mention it.
Now that you mention it, no, not really.
I didn't say that, though. I didn't say that. That's not how the conversation went.
No, I hope not. My best advice, though, for my dear Chelsea entry, like I said, 1 Peter 5 verse 7, give all your worries and cares to God, for He cares about you. Like, even when you feel like He doesn't, stop being dramatic. Like, seriously, mental health is a serious thing. It's a serious thing, and y'all have to stop being scared to talk about what it is that you're going through.
And it's not a white people thing. Like,
it's
I really
not.
hate when people say that, like, oh, going to the doctor, that's a white people thing. How is taking care of yourself a white people thing?
How is knowing what's wrong with you and getting a treatment plan or whatever it is that you need to fix that issue? How is that a white people thing?
That doesn't make
and then
any
y'all
sense.
Want to be mad when white people think that they're better in some type of way because they're taking care of themselves. They're doing what they need to do, and they don't care about what we're doing because we don't care about what we're doing. We don't care about how we feel. Why?
That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make
We need
any
to start
sense.
making some sensible moves.
Real sensible.
Taking care of yourself is an every people thing.
Exactly. That should be a commercial. Like,
hit me up.
It's not just for white people to take care of yourself. That doesn't even make any sense. You guys have got to stop being so ignorant. There are Black people out here, African American people out here who have mental health issues. Probably don't even have just mental health issues, just need somebody to talk to, get something off their chest before they stab somebody. Like, do it. Talk to people. Why are y'all so scared to talk about the things that y'all have been through? Why are y'all so afraid to touch base on the fact that you're gay, that you're bisexual, that you are transgendered, that you've been raped, that you've been molested, that somebody hurt you, that... Why? Why are you so scared to do that as if you're the only person or as if nobody would understand? Like, pick and choose who you tell it to, of course. Don't just be telling anybody now.
And don't be writing it as a status on Facebook. Facebook is not therapy. Like, I really feel like people are starting to substitute therapy.
And that's another thing Deja brought up too. Deja said another topic we need to go over with y'all is the fact that y'all don't need to put everything in y'all Facebook statuses. Not everything. Not everything. Not most things, okay? Not, like, seriously. Y'all have
what
got
does it
to
ask
do
you?
better.
What are you thinking?
What's on your mind?
What's on your mind?
Don't fall for that trick. Don't fall for that Facebook trick. Don't do that.
What's on your mind? Facebook's setting you up to look fucking crazy.
Pretty much. Everybody over here sipping tea and getting popcorn. I'm just here for the comments.
And they be like, oh, why you all up in my business? You put it out there, so what you think I'm finna be?
What you talking about, girl? We family now.
And I'm going to screenshot it and show it to my boyfriend when we cupcaking that night. I'm like, look what I seen on Facebook today.
Look what I done seen.
Look what I done seen. Don't put your business out on Facebook.
Stop it.
If you got mental health issues, get it together. There's nothing. The first step to fixing a problem is admitting that you have a problem.
Seriously.
You're like, you know what? I'm always motherfucking mad, yo. I don't even know why I'm mad. I just be waking up.
That doesn't even make sense.
Right.
You sound crazy. Seek help. Seek help.
Your friend should be like, nah, nigga, you need to go see somebody.
They're not going to say that. They're not even
As
gonna
a friend,
that.
you should, though.
You should, but they're not going to say that. And that's the sad part.
We got statuses. We need to go around. No, let me stop. That's fucked up. But still.
Philippians 4 verse 6. We need to go back to Jesus.
I'm getting sidetracked.
Philippians 4 verse 6. Again, New Living Translation. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank him for all he has done. Because he's done a lot. Stop being ungrateful about your life because one wrong thing start going bad.
And I would just like to add the last note. Prayer without work is dead.
Louder for the people in the back.
Prayer without work is dead.
What you doing all that praying for as if God is going to sit over here and act like he, the genie from Aladdin, like he just going to pop out of here. I just can't raise people from the dead. No. The thing about it is you pray for something. Drake said it too. He was like, I'm the type to pray and then go out and get what I just prayed for. That's how that works. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You pray for something and you do what you got to do. Work with God so he can line it up so that you get what you prayed for. That is the point.
That's the point.
That is the point.
That's how it works.
And that works with the mental health situation as well. If you're the type who prays or you've gone to a church or you've spoken to a pastor or an elder or whatever the case may be, if you've gone to church and told them that you need help, that you have mental health issues or you're just going through a lot of things and they told you just to pray, you don't need to see a doctor, you need to pray. No, that's not how that works.
Don't go to that church.
They're leading you astray. They the first ones going to hell. It's like, that's shady. But no, seriously. Seriously. Like, pray, then do what you need to do to line yourself up to receive that blessing that you prayed for. Like, it's give and take. God's like, all right. Don't want to make it seem like God is trying to pimp us out or nothing, but it's just like, if you're going to ask him for something, so what you going to do? What you going to do to get this? Why you deserve this? What are you showing me to show, like, to say that you deserve this right here?
Oh, I got an example.
Go ahead now.
Like, you ever ask your mom to go somewhere and then she'd be like, what you cleaned in the house? Oh, well, I still got dishes in my sink. You want to go somewhere but I got dishes in my sink? I know my mom used to.
No, guys. My dad, and that was the thing that my dad would do all the time because he knew he didn't clean nothing. So it's like, y'all ain't going nowhere. Like, all right, never mind.
Why you gotta act like that?
For real. 1 Peter 3 verse 14. But even if you suffer for doing what is right, God will reward you for it. Reward you for it. So don't worry or be afraid of their threats.
Who's threatening you?
Jeremiah 23:17. They keep saying to those who despise my word, don't worry, the Lord says you will have peace. And to those who stubbornly follow their own desires, they say no harm will ever come your way. False. Don't be listening to them.
They gonna get you caught up.
Come on now.
We going on the hour.
Come on. We are. But again, tonight's episode, Get Your Mind Right.
Get your mind
We're
right.
talking about mental health. We were talking about mental health issues. And
Wheeler Clinic, yes. Or what you could do is call the phone number on the back of your Medicaid card. And what happens is you'll be connected to a live representative. You give them your information, and then they can tell you where you can go to see a therapist or what steps you need to take and who's covered under your plan. So.
Exactly. And I'm just going to leave y'all with the fact that if you are thinking about committing suicide, if you're thinking that you're not worth being on this earth, if those thoughts have ever crossed your mind, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, not even hot, it's life. They trying to make sure you living out here, okay? That's how much they care about you. That's how dedicated
I wonder how much rings till they pick up.
No, they pick up pretty quickly. I would hope so.
Could we do a test call?
No, leave them alone.
Why not?
We're not going to test call them because that would be kind of like prank calling. There's somebody who actually needs suicide prevention, and we're over here tying up the line.
We're trying to make inform, like we're trying to inform people. We're trying to be like, they will pick up in 3 rings. Like we're trying to shout them out.
They gonna pick up, period. What you mean?
I'm just saying.
There's an online chat too. Like
what?
Online chat.
What happens if you press it?
This girl crazy, y'all. So the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, phone number 1-800.
That means 1800.
Yep. 273-8255. They're available 24 hours every day. You're not alone. Confidential help is available for the free. Free 99.
Free 99.
Free 99. Ain't nobody gonna charge you $10 a minute or whatever the case may be just to talk about what you're going through. There are people out here who can and will help you, and you have to just take that first step to realize that you are important, you are loved, you are meant to be here, you're here for a reason. It might take some time for us to find out what that reason is, or for you to be enlightened.
Developing your reason. But guess what?
You'll find your purpose.
Out of all the people that Jesus could have made, out of all the sperm that could have won, you won.
You won, boo.
Think about that. It'd be like 300 sperms.
Depending on the swimmers. Just depending.
Okay. Even if lowballing it, it's 100 sperms. You still the best out of 100 to begin with. Like,
you did it.
You winning. You started off in life winning. It's only up from there. That's all I'm saying. But that's all I'm saying. You started off in life winning. So how you think all of a sudden now, because you're going through some trouble, you losing? That don't make no sense.
That's not fair.
Like, if bad people around you, you need to cut them. No, let me stop.
And the people who don't understand you do. The people who don't understand your mental health as well, you do need to.
You need to cut those people too,
right? Because people aren't sensitive to what your needs are. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just crazy, dude. No.
You just need to. No, I just need to get some help and get my life in order and to figure my shit out.
With people who support you and support what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and
simple. If you need help, you need help. Like,
we all need help. Like
what's wrong with that? Like, I need help.
There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Closed mouths don't get fed. How you supposed to get help? How you supposed to get better if you're not saying you need to get better? Ain't nobody mind reading out here.
Nobody. Ain't nobody getting bit by no magical spiders and getting no powers out here.
Spidey senses is not.
Ain't nobody getting that. Bro. If you got problems, you need to speak on the problems. You need to go get the help. Next thing you know, you're shooting up the whole mailroom and you hurting people that ain't got nothing to do with it. Come on, fix it. We gotta fix it first. We gotta fix it. We gotta fix it. We can't keep having all these mass shootings and all this nonsense. No, we need the people to get the help. You need to get the help. We can't be doing this. We can't be living like this. We're not supposed to be living in tragedy and all that nonsense. We need to be living in peace.
We're living in hard times. That's facts. Living in stressful times.
We are.
Your kids are stressing you. Your job's stressing you. Your husband's stressing you. Your wife's stressing you. Whatever the case may be, don't stress. Don't worry, because God has it. Stop taking your troubles back from Him. Just give them to Him and just work. Work it on out. Work it through. You got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. Get help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Sometimes that is the best thing you could have ever done for your entire life.
And it makes you a stronger person.
It really does.
For admitting that you need help. It really does. It makes you a stronger person.
It says a lot about you.
It does. Look at you out there building character. Look at you. Look at you. It up. I see you.
You guys are amazing. You're loved. Again, keep praying for the folks out in Houston. I know out here in Connecticut when we had that bad like snowstorm and we didn't have power for like a week or some change or something like that. Like that was light for us, or serious for us, but light for other people. So we just have to be mindful that what others are going through, we all hurt. We're all hurt by this. We are. There are families out there who are struggling right now. I don't know if you've seen, but like there was like big piles of clothes that they're like sorting through to like get people clothing and stuff like that. People are sitting there wet, tired. That's
stressful.
It's stressful. I hate having wet socks, let alone all my clothes.
Let alone be walking in the wet. And it's a rain. Yo, I seen this man like pushing his family in a fridge. And the fridge was just floating. And he was just pushing his wife and kids in the fridge.
The things people have to do, like, do you see what's going on? Like, do y'all really think God not coming? Jaja soon come.
People them.
Them coming people.
But in the meantime,
get your life right. Together. No, seriously, that's what he's waiting for. He's waiting for y'all to get your lives together so that he could come scoop y'all from all this foolishness. You see all this stuff that's going on. We got Donald Trump as the president. We got flooding out of Houston. Texas is a big old place.
You know, it's the same month and day as Katrina.
Did you see that? Like, all of the times where something has happened on 8/29. It's like one in 2004, one in 2013. It was a whole.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'm gonna show it to you. It was a meme, whatever. But you know, we're all going through things, and some people are going through things that are harder than others, and that's how life works sometimes.
Be a friend. Be a friend.
So donate if you can. If you can't, make sure you're praying for these people. Do what you can. We are all one. Pray for Houston, y'all. Pray for yourselves. Pray for me. I'm praying for y'all.
I don't accept everybody's prayers.
No, for real. I really don't, though. Don't be speaking to Jesus on my behalf.
I speak to him myself.
Like I got it under control. But for the genuine prayers, I always accept some genuine, nice, good up prayers. Please send them up. Send them up. But
a lot of y'all be praying for the downfall, but we ain't gonna talk about y'all.
He don't even be listening to that, so it's fine. He don't even hear that. So whatever. Again, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Join us on Monday. Same time-ish. Same time-ish. You know, facts only. Get your mind right. If you need help, again, National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255. They also have an online chat. If you or somebody else you know is, you know, has suicidal tendencies or self-harming, whatever the case may be.
And don't forget to send us your Dear Chelseas. We love them. That's how we design our show. We like to have our show be centered around you guys. Like we told you from the first episode, we here for y'all. It's the only reason to be coming here every Monday and Friday, 7:30-ish, is to help y'all have a better life. Because we be peeping and we figure, you know, this is our place.
Facts.
We helping out.
Thanks, Zeke. Y'all need to have a show on TV. Straight facts. Facts only. Okay? Okay, who we gotta talk to?
Oh, I like that. Don't make a permanent decision on temporary feeling. I think that's how it goes.
You know it, Deja.
I like
you
that.
Know it. You know it. I needed help. I talked to a therapist after high school because I didn't understand why I was so angry, and I found outlets to help me. See, a young African American man.
It takes a real strong person. Yes,
a young African American man fresh out of high school. And that's when y'all the most ignorant. Like, sometimes you just need help. You need somebody to talk to. Somebody who's not biased. Somebody who's not going to judge you. Somebody who's on the outside looking in and can listen to the facts and just help you through it.
And you know what? He got a son too. Shout out to you bettering yourself for your
seriously, seriously. Shout out to you, because the fact that you bettered yourself will make sure that you are leading your son in the right direction as well. So shout outs to you. Y'all are definitely
Hurricane Irma. Who that?
CT's supposed to have Hurricane Irma in a few weeks. She
yo,
not today, devil.
I will dead call my daddy and fly out of here. Like,
he close to Texas too.
Atlanta?
Florida?
No, that isn't Atlanta.
Close to Florida.
No, which they don't never have no bad storms.
All right, never say never.
What's the middle of the United States? Like, what is that ass? Like, I don't want to be near no water.
Meet me in the middle.
Like, what's over there? What we had? Like, I'm gonna Google that.
Hold on, what y'all doing over here? So again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate y'all, and this was a very touchy topic, so everybody who came in just to listen, there weren't that many comments this time, which is okay. It was a very tough thing to listen to, so we definitely understand, but
we like the comments though. We like to talk. We like the conversation.
We like to keep the conversation going, so when y'all have topics, if there's anything pressing that y'all want us to get to, hit me up. I got you. We could talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about, because it's facts only. Facts. We're not going to steer away from any topics. No. We're taking it all. We don't mind. Not to be fresh, but yes. So happy Sabbath to y'all. Happy Friday. Y'all be safe this Labor Day weekend. Be safe out there. If y'all not going to work on Monday, make sure that you all set for Tuesday, because you gotta go back to work on Tuesday unless you're on vacation or whatever. But I'm not gonna get into the specifics or whatever. But y'all know I love y'all. Stay blessed. Thank you for joining us on Facts Only this episode. We love y'all. Have a good night. Join us on Monday, 7:30ish. All right. Later, y'all.